Welcome back to Mostly Superheroes on Friday Live. That's right. It is Friday, March 27th. Doing it live here on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitch every Friday that we can. Most Fridays of the year, you find me, your host, Logan Janis, right here doing Friday Live on our indie podcast that we've been doing for 7 years. We're in season 7 of our podcast here in 2026. Again, Friday, March 27th. We are here at the end of March doing it from St. Louis, Missouri, here in our basement studio. And we have a huge episode for you today with 2 big new announcements that we have not brought to the podcast yet. This is brand new breaking news, and it's going to revolve around contests, Marvel, and some really great contests for you. And again, a couple of big announcements. You're going to hear from Andy the Giggler. Arena Andy is what we call him nowadays, and he's living up to his name. He was at opening day for the Cardinals. We're going to talk about that, some news about Team Jakey, some events. And as we always do on Friday Live, we're sending you into your weekend with a little fun, a little TV and film, some contests, something to win. And thanks for hanging out with us, whether you're on your lunch break, you're just, maybe just playing hooky today, and it's Friday, and maybe you got a half day, maybe you're off. Either way, thanks for jumping in the stream, listening to this as a podcast. It's all linked up at mostlysuperheroes.com. Let's have a great show here on Friday Live. We'll kick it off with those contests and fan mail and some big announcements like we promised right off the bat.
Fan mail.
On the Friday Live page, you can enter a free contest that's up. There's a form at the top of the Friday Live page. We do weekly drawings. Go enter at mostlysuperheroes.com. And Alamo Drafthouse St. Louis, our friends, our close partners, giving us the exclusive movie releases here on the podcast with our friend Mark over at Alamo, along with Jen and John and the rest of the crew. If you've been paying attention during March, the end of March, we have given away those 10 sets of movie tickets like we promised in March Movie Madness. And yeah, even though March is coming to an end, you can watch for way more movie contests in April. But I got to shout out a last few titles that we just gave away. Congratulations to Aaron and Genevieve and Laura and Jasmine, as well as Josh and Mark. We've given away so many cool tickets lately. Twin Peaks, the final episodes. This is this Monday night. It's coming up, and it's going to be March 31st, that Monday night, the last final episodes of Twin Peaks, The Return, the show that came back 25 plus years later after the original Twin Peaks by David Lynch, one of my all-time favorites. I'll be at that movie. We'll be screening socialing before and after the final episodes of Twin Peaks on Monday night. And this Sunday, we have Lord of the Rings, the extended cut marathon, 680 plus minutes, an all-day affair kicking off at 11 a.m. I just checked this morning on the Alamo app and the Alamo website. There are just a handful of tickets left. I think 3 or 4 tickets left for the Lord of the Rings extended cut marathon. This is this Sunday, March 29th. So that would make Monday the 30th. Before I said March 31st. Monday, March 30th is Twin Peaks. Sunday, March 29th is the Lord of the Rings extended cut marathon. So you got back-to-back days there with great flicks. And again, 11 a.m. I mean, this is not going to wrap till 10 p.m. Settle into the Alamo for all 3 extended cut versions and catch us in between movies in the lobby doing our screen and social with all of our great contests. And it's a little bit of news, but we'll mix it in because there will be April contests. Mark and Jen from Alamo just came on and announced the full April suite of their repertory titles, meaning their older titles coming in. What's coming in April? Face Off, Betty Boop, and a lot more. We talked about them. The schedule's up on the screen, and it's going to be a really fun month at Alamo with those titles coming out. And then there's still some new releases out there, but we'll get to that in What You Watching. And contest-wise, we are in fan mail. Don't forget, we do still have tickets to Beetlejuice the musical. And that's going to be at the Fabulous Fox Theater. Get your tickets at fabulousfox.com. Enter to win tickets at mostlysuperheroes.com. Really excited to partner with the Fabulous Fox on Beetlejuice the musical, Broadway, back here April 24th through 26th. Get your tickets now at fabulousfox.com. And then Foodies Eat First Fest with Brad and STL. Tickets are on sale, early bird pricing, May 1st and 2nd. Trust, downtown St. Louis. And it's going to be a really great affair with chefs, restaurants, special appearances, a great vibe. Foodies Eat First Fest.com. Foodies Eat First. Search it. Looks like what you can see here on our screen. And thanks for Brad and STL for having Mostly Superheroes there with our exclusive podcast booth. We can't wait for May 1st and 2nd. And we got those free tickets up for grabs as well. And we just did a podcast this week. Here's a brand new contest for you. Tenacious Eats. Chef Liz was in promoting her Neverending Story movie premiere. That's right. She's got the movie. She's showing it. And this is what Tenacious Eats does. Chef Liz brings a custom menu to match the Neverending Story. And it's going to take place April 10th at Two Plumbers in St. Charles. This is Friday, April 10th. Doors at 6:30. The film's at 7. And this is an experience. Gourmet dining with the Neverending Story and trivia and fun things that night with giveaways and prizes. She's partnered up with James Install at Two Rivers Comic-Con, which is April 25th and 26th in St. Charles. And he'll be at the event April 10th. So we want to give away tickets to the April 10th Tenacious Eats event with Neverending Story and Two Rivers Comic-Con. Thank you to James and Chef Liz for making it possible. You could enter to win right now. Comment on this post if you're seeing it on social, or enter at mostlysuperheroes.com, and you could have really, really great nerdy experiences here in the St. Louis, St. Charles area in April. So that's whether you're local or maybe you live out of town. We want to get you there. Another new contest. We just got confirmed yesterday. We have Can You Feel the Punk Tonight? This is a punk rock celebration of the music of Disney returning to the pageant here in St. Louis, right there on Del Mar, Saturday, May 2nd. They have 2 shows happening that day, a 3 p.m. show and an 8 p.m. show. Can You Feel the Punk Tonight is a punk rock celebration of the music of Disney. Makes a triumphant return to the pageant stage. 2 performances. Tickets for the all-ages show are on sale now, with VIP experiences also available. You can get your tickets at the pageant box office or Ticketmaster. This is presented by 105.7 The Point and 106.5 The Arch. Can You Feel the Punk Tonight delivers decades worth of classic Disney tunes with a punk twist featuring members of Goldfinger, Ludo, Greek Fire, Cabo, and more. Fans can expect to rock out to a punked up version of hits from The Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Moana, The Little Mermaid, Encanto, and more, surrounded by a colorful, playful, splashy stage show. Tim Comby, who was just on the show recently with us here on the podcast, go listen to that episode, says, "We're thrilled to bring these iconic songs to life in a concert atmosphere that families could enjoy together." For most of these kids, this is their first rock concert experience. We're really proud to partner with Can You Feel the Punk Tonight and Insight Rocks PR to get you 2 free tickets to this show Saturday, May 2nd. This is great for the families, or if you're just a Disney kid or a Disney adult, let's get you to this show. It's a live rock concert. Can You Feel the Punk Tonight? Saturday, May 2nd. We're going to send you there. We're keeping an eye on the chat, and we appreciate you all for joining us here on this Friday. I see Joe Sturdy in the chat. Local update. The Southside Pie is back at Onesto this weekend. Thank you, Joe. We're happy to plug that in our podcast. Andy loves Onesto, and you've been doing those collaboration pizzas. Thanks for keeping us apprised. And it's time now for our big 2 announcements right here during Fan Mail. We are so excited to partner with the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra once again. Are you ready? Marvel Infinity Saga in concert is coming to St. Louis Symphony Orchestra May 1st through May 3rd. Giving it up. That's right. This is our specialty. Marvel, my personal favorite fandom, world, universe that lives out there in the Infinity Saga, Iron Man, all the way through to Endgame, is a masterpiece. It is a perfect set of films, 20 plus titles, and straight from slso.org, where you can get tickets to this show to see the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra with Marvel Infinity Saga in concert. Again, Friday, May 1st through Sunday, May 3rd. 3 shows right there. Fans, new and old, can relive every iconic moment from the Marvel Cinematic Universe in this epic on-screen journey that includes 23 films in one momentous concert experience. Revisit the earliest days of Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor, each accompanied by their own unforgettable heroic music played by the SLSO, the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra. Recapture the excitement as Earth's mightiest heroes join forces with the next wave of Avengers, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, and more. The Guardians of the Galaxy don't miss the party either, dropping in to deliver a taste of their iconic mixtape backed by the orchestra. The spectacle culminates in the ultimate trials of the Infinity Saga, a Marvel show coming to the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra. You know that I am just containing my excitement right now. And we will be at the show. You'll see us there at least one of the nights, May 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. And you can bet that we will be having free tickets up for grabs for this once in a lifetime experience. This is not just Infinity War. This is not just Iron Man. This is the Infinity Saga. Everything in between, a full night with the music and even the Guardians of the Galaxy mixtape coming in. I can't wait to see how they do this. And the countdown is on. This is awesome. This is going to be May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. The Marvel Infinity Saga in concert at the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra. Get your tickets now at slso.org. Enter to win the contest and get free tickets and find out more at mostlysuperheroes.com. And our second big announcement, wrapping up fan mail. We have so many great prizes, and obviously every week we're adding to our prize locker, and I need more ways to get these prizes out regularly, weekly. So we're starting a weekly drawing is the big announcement, and we're also incorporating a new way for you that can afford this to support our podcast. Yeah, it's a money grab too, but I promise you this, I have a philosophy about paywalls, and this is just a way that we want to give people that can't afford ways to promote the podcast and support the podcast more bonus entries on these drawings we're doing. We want to get you also more automatic entry into the drawings so you don't have to be plugged into your phone or on Instagram so much watching for the contest, which we will always do. Free contests are always on Mostly Superheroes. Every contest we mention up for grabs has a free contest, and you can always enter to win. But if you want those bonus entries, we have a new membership for you called the Mostly Membership. This is a way to support an independent podcast and community for as little as $5 a month. We have access to the giveaways, movie night voting power, where you get to pick the movies that are maybe playing at a Screen and Social. You'll also become a Screen and Social insider with early access to those events, access to a member area on our website where we have ad-free bonus episodes that have been available for the patrons of our show for years. Now we're bringing that to the Mostly membership. And the most exciting thing that happens when you become a Mostly member for $5 a month is you're automatically entered into a weekly drawing for all the contests that we have. So if you want to automatically be entered to win the Marvel Infinity Saga in concert with the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra, or Can You Feel the Punk Tonight at the pageant with Ludo and Goldfinger and the rest, or you want to go to Two Rivers Comic-Con or Tenacious Eats The Never-Ending Story. Maybe you want to try to go to a food festival like Foodies Eat First, or catch a show at the Fabulous Fox where you could see Beetlejuice, the musical. And of course, we're going to always have movie tickets up for grabs at the Alamo Drafthouse, St. Louis, and wherever you live locally. This isn't just for St. Louis people. We will always get you to the movies. And now you can be entered weekly. Every week on Friday, we'll start drawing out of the hat our patrons. And again, our free entries as well. We have contests up for grabs This gets you the bonus entries, and you're automatically entered. It's all happening at mostlysuperheroes.com/support, because you really are supporting us by doing this. And we've always been so grateful to all of our patrons over the years. We still have the ad-free episodes on Patreon and Apple Podcasts for that's as little as $1 a month. And we wanted to up the game a little bit. We have weekly drawings now. We have these free movie contests. We have these festivals that we're plugging into. And of course, these will also get you entered to win free entry to Team Jakey events, of course, which we'll talk more about in news and rumors. So $5 a month, become a Mostly member today. Support this podcast. It's mostlysuperheroes.com/support. Next up,
News and rumors.
all right, opening day, Major League Baseball. If you're a big fan, it happened this week. And the St. Louis Cardinals, of course, did not miss out on the fun with a huge opening day. And Arena Andy, like I said, living up to his name. There he is at Busch Stadium. You can see it up on our screen. There's Andy. Had a really fun day. And Sam the Sleeper went to the Blues game last night on opening day. So we have the St. Louis sports happening. Oh, and I guess since we're not hearing from Andy today, I'll also add we got Battlehawks, of course, tomorrow, Saturday, along with St. Louis City SC. And Andy will be at the Battlehawks game. So if you're going to be there, keep an eye out. This past week, I went to an awesome event hosted by St. Louis Public Radio. That's STLPR. And their group, Gen Listen, which you can follow on Instagram at Gen Listen STL, hosted a happy hour / monthly meetup with the team from a podcast they're doing called Meet Me. Meet Me STL is where you can follow along. And the host and the producers on the show met up and talked about their first few episodes of the podcast. It was at Urban Chestnut in the Grove in St. Louis. And I mean, there were 20 plus people there. It was a engaging conversation about the first few episodes of Meet Me STL, which were about the great divorce of St. Louis and the county splitting off from the city. And this is something that's incredibly relevant with, as just recent as last week, coming up at a St. Louis County meeting. Sam Page was saying that this is on the table again to maybe merge the city and the county. And of course, there's always been talk about this for a long time. It's a topic that's swept our region, but it's a great way to learn about St. Louis and its complicated history. And they've also got new episodes coming out. Meet Me STL. If you like pizza, you know we love pizza on this podcast. Dogtown Pizza is going to be on the new episode, I believe, that just dropped or is dropping this week. Keep an eye out for Meet Me. And it was so cool. Got to meet Luis and Paula and saw Leslie and Brian and met Katie. And the St. Louis Public Radio is doing a lot of great work in the area, one of my favorite stations. So it was cool to do a meetup, and they're doing a lot more of them. You can check out more at stlpr.org. We mentioned pizza. Hopefully, you've been keeping an eye on Pizza Babble on the socials. He's been at Pizza Expo all week, I should say, as we enter the weekend. He's been in Las Vegas, Pizza Expo International Conference. He's putting out the footage, meeting all sorts of different distributors, companies, influencers, creators, just pretty much anybody that's in the pizza game. They're out there, and we'll be talking to him when he gets back. But follow Pizza Babble for more on that. And as you know, if you listen to this show, I'm also the executive director of the Team Jakey Foundation, ending the stigma around mental illness and suicide, helping bridge the gap to resources like 988, Provident Behavioral Health, and American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, Missouri. More info at teamjakey.org. What's the news? Our next big event's coming up. May 21st. It's a Thursday at Four Hands Brewing Company downtown. Taps for Team Jakey is back. Live music, raffles, community fun, free to attend. Go ahead and go to teamjakey.org. And we announced last week, got the official poster up for you right now. If you're at Alamo Drafthouse St. Louis from April through May, you should be drinking beer, if you're a beer person, citywide. That's right. Four Hands Brewing Company's Philanthropic Brew citywide is available on tap. And when you buy one, April through May, we're the Q2 charity on tap. A portion of the profits from your drink go back to the Team Jakey Foundation. Real special thanks to Four Hands, Alamo, for helping with this contribution. You'll see the signs that look just like this up at your Alamo. If you're drinking beer, grab a Citywide and drink a beer for charity. Thanks for doing the Charity on Tap, Alamo. We love that program. All the news that we bring in is always in our newsletter. It comes out once a month. You hear from the hosts. You get links to all of our contests and events, and it's only once a month, and it's at mostlysuperheroes.com. All right, next up.
What you watching?
All right, it's Friday, so you know The Pit came out, and every week I have not known how many episodes of The Pit that there are going to be. I've now confirmed there will be 15 episodes. It's a 15-hour shift that they're working in The Pit, season 2, and today was episode 12. So we have 3 to go. I cannot believe it. The tension is just so high on this show that to think there's 3 more hours to this shift, the 3 more episodes to The Pit season 2. It's on HBO Max. It's so good. It's top tier. It's gory. It's crazy, but it's awesome and fun. And if you want a little less gory, a little more lighthearted, Scrubs is still happening every week on Hulu and Disney Plus. Are you watching Scrubs out there? The reboot is here. And what else do we have? Oh, this is a show that's out. DTF St. Louis on HBO. Talking about this with the guys. Had a real deep conversation last night with our buddy Jacob and Sam from Team Jakey, and we all agreed that this show is just really hard to watch when you're from St. Louis. I said this on the podcast last time, and it's still the case. But I'm also just starting to think that this show is a little boring, and I'm really curious what other people think of the show, especially outside of St. Louis. I need to talk to someone that's not from St. Louis and just get their thoughts on it, because the more we talked about it as a group, we realized that, like, even though the city's in the name, just because that's the case, it's, you know, they obviously didn't film any of this here. There's now there's little nods, like almost like bad research on our city. So it's like a city can be, you know, part of a story, but you can't, like, if you're watching from another city, it's just more in the background, right? I was trying to think, like, you know, it's cool that when a movie is in like LA or Detroit, and that's part of it, but I don't obsess over all the things that are like LA, you know? So is the show just bad? Is it too complicated for St. Louis people to understand? Do people not outside of the St. Louis understand this inside DTF St. Louis? Are we supposed to get it? Is it a new concept? I think there's just more to come. The show's still happening weekly. And let us know if you're watching it. Obviously, a call to arms on DTF St. Louis. I need to hear more. 754 call log. That's 754-225-5564. MostlySuperheroes.com and Mostly Superheroes on the socials. And movie-wise, Project Hail Mary is out there in theaters. Let us know if you're seeing it. It's going to be out there for a bit. We talked about the Spider-Man Brand New Day first full trailer. That'll probably be the only one I watch. You guys know how I am. Don't like to watch any more trailers after that first one. They're just going to start revealing too much. But we talked about that first one, and that total breakdown is out there. And I saved the best for last. The 2 big titles I wanted to talk about and just have my nerdy time with on Prime Video. Invincible is here. I announced it last week, and I have a correction from last week. I said that all the episodes dropped from season 4. That is what we're on. And I was wrong. Only the first 3 dropped, but now there are 4 out. And I think it's dropping Wednesdays at 2 a.m., I believe, every week. And so I was devastated. You know, when it stopped and it started playing like the first Invincible season, I was devastated. I thought I was in for a weekend of binging. But man, here's the headline. This show is still peak. It's so good. It's too good. I can't even imagine where it's gonna go, and that there's a lot of storytelling left is what I hear from Scott, who has read all the books. And I have not read the books, so I'm just letting this show kind of be my entry point. And I hear that there's a live action of this that will happen at some point, which would be just awesome, because I'm telling you, Invincible, it's adult storytelling, it's graphic, it's one of those adult cartoons that you got to, you know, parent discretion advised, but it's really, really, really good. And I'll be watching it every week, and we'll be talking about it when the guys are in here. And then last in the superhero vein for now, Daredevil Born Again is back. It's back. Season 2's here. If you catch up, watch season 1, get into it, and now I'll say spoiler alert for the first episode. Dropping weekly, and new episodes. What was it? It came out on that was Wednesday night. So new episodes on Wednesdays. Daredevil Born Again. Gave that spoiler alert for the first episode of season 2. Fisk is mayor. He's been mayor. There's like a 6-month gap, it seems like, between season 1, season 2, and what was happening at the end. It was a call to arms for all the heroes in New York to take down Fisk, who went full kingpin and is sneaking weapons actively into the city when we start. We also get Matt Murdock together with Karen Page. We have, of course, his buddy cop partner, Cherry, in the mix, who gets kind of pushed to the limit, and the cops figure it out. And it ends with Bullseye, of all people, saving Daredevil in this ultimate fight, where it looks like it's all over for Daredevil. It's finally come to this head, and man, it's so good. It's only the first episode, and I know we got Punisher coming in at some point again. He was part of the last season. What other heroes could we expect? Jessica Jones, and this is a fight against Kingpin. And we learned that right after the Daredevil season 2 ends, there's going to be a Punisher movie, a Punisher special presentation, probably hour and a half. Frank Castle right there, John Bernthal. And so what's going to happen from this show to that? And then we've seen the Punisher and Spider-Man Brand New Day. So it's all connected, but we're living in that Daredevil Born Again world. And I have to plug the official Daredevil Born Again podcast. It's right there on Disney Plus too. If you're watching this on Disney Plus and Hulu, I would say it's on both. And the first episode, they did a look back at season 1. Very helpful. And Brad Winderbaum led that conversation and brought in another show writer. And then episode 2 was a full breakdown of the first episode of season 2 of Daredevil Born Again, with Charlie Cox, who plays Daredevil, and Vincent D'Onofrio, who plays Fisk. Just the two of them. And then a side interview with some of the creators of the show again. So the podcast, the companion podcast is great. The show is great. I'm fanboying out for sure. I'm having trouble poking holes, and I'm just having fun. And I'll be looking forward to it weekly. And we'll be talking about it weekly right here on Friday Live and on Mostly Superheroes, the podcast, as we go. We are coming up to the end of our program. Let's talk about what's coming up. Woo, we pack it in, don't we? And I don't want to stop there. I'm keeping my foot on the gas. We're going to be at the movies so dang much. April's here. It's going to be a lot of great titles like Face Off and Betty Boop and some throwbacks. And then we're counting down to The Mandalorian and Grogu, May 30th. That's our Star Wars. Then we have Masters of the Universe, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, Avengers Endgame re-release, Spider-Man Brand New Day, and Avengers Doomsday. All of that's happening later in the year, but a lot of stuff ahead of that as well. So it's all happening at mostlysuperheroes.com/events. All of our events are always listed there. And on all those event pages, you'll find those individual contests. So if you see an event you're trying to grab, you can just go into our event page, mostlysuperheroes.com, totally free to enter. But we did announce that new way to support our show, and we hope that you consider it. It's the Mostly membership. It's $5 a month. Early access and exclusive access, automatic access to our weekly drawing for all the contests we mentioned, access to the member area on the website with ad-free and bonus episodes, and become a Screen and Social insider. Pick the movies we're watching and get that early special access to our screening events. It's Mostly membership. It's $5 a month to support an indie show. And it's at mostlysuperheroes.com/support. This has been Friday Live. I'm Logan Janis, and we appreciate all of you. We see the numbers growing, and we get our fan mail. And that's why we throw fan mail up at the top. If you want to write us in and be a part of the show, we encourage that. Text us at 754-CALL-LOG. Write us in at mostlysuperheroes.com. And follow us at Mostly Superheroes on the socials. I hope you have a great rest of your Friday if you're tuning in to us on the podcast or you joined us live. And if you're tuning in later, just enjoy the rest of your day and a great weekend. From Andy, Arena Andy, Scotty Scoop, Carrie the Creator, Sam the Sleeper, and me, Logan Janis. We'll see you next time on Mostly Superheroes. Take it easy.